Chapter 8. My fingers tremble viciously to the point of concern. The night is pitch black and holds a cold, misty air which reminisces me of my teenage years. I am wearing my funeral clothes like a bishop's robe and pull the webbed strands of veil over my eye. I am standing in the central town, dazed and scared again, but this time with a gun, tucked in my lingerie. Before me stands an abandoned wooden door. Small pockets of air glide through the cracks. Go in. I know it must be her. That crimson voice has followed me schizophrenically for 3 weeks. I abruptly push open the grounded door, and dust emerges from the floor. Inside it is even darker. I can faintly see a long stone staircase. Look at me. I can't see her. Panning around the room, a large throne is situated at the very back. Walking closer, I can see groups of spiders crawling across the throne. They merge together and then separate. Then they start to form. From every corner, spiders gathering together and start to shape a person. Out of the minuscule legs become fragments of tissue, of flesh, of organs, organ systems, legs, body. It soon forms the body and a head of a naked woman. With her head firmly down, the eyes are rolled back to hell, showing deadly white. Suddenly, her mouth opens demonically. Black ants and spiders crawl and squeal out, pouring down onto her stone-cold lap. As if they were trained, they knit together once again. Thin, inky, silk garments weld over her skin and envelop her. It soon expands and covers the throne entirely. Life. Her hand springs free and brings the material over her eyes, which are slowly rolling back to normality. Although her face is covered, a sinister grin is apparent through the silk. I'm too terrified to be intrigued. This is insane. Black magic. Backing away, I trip and fall to my knees. Strangely, my knees become glued to the dirty stone. I scream. Calm down, she says. I feel obliged. Look at me. I am Mother Widow. Are you a ghost? You'll never understand. I guess just see me as the voice at the back of your head. Now, I know why you keep wandering around these streets this late. What do you want to do, Mia? You know, why are you asking? Say it. I want to kill them. My face tenses disgracefully and tears meander. Good. Because you know what they did to him. They've made him feel worthless, like he didn't have a meaning. Don't you have a responsibility to perform revenge for him? Yes, I know. I crawl up and cry, still frozen to the ground. Out of the air, a revolver is adjacent to my wet eye. I can see through the veil that it is loaded. Take it. Anything else you need, I'll make you get it. Now, get out. Now. You won't regret this. Picking up the pieces of myself, my knees loosen from the floor. Searching through the darkness, I find the door and silently leave. As my eyes adjust to the cold mist, I hide the revolver under my dress, tied to my underwear. I stand and recollect. Cars blast past with their blinding lights, and the night seems deadly quiet. You know who you want first. She's right. That whore. Her name is Taylor Batan, 17 years old, an escort, works internationally but currently works at a local club in this town. A man stops suddenly before me on his black motorcycle. I feel the relentless urge to get it off him. Revealing my thigh, he seems pleased until the barrel of a gun is before him. I shoot and feel nothing. Now it's mine, I whisper to myself. I jump on and race to the club. Thoughts dissipate into the air and I see the pink bright lights in the distance. I leave the motorcycle carelessly outside and walk in with grace and demeanour. There is a landscape of sweaty men and worthless girls. I sit down next to a skinny, innocent young man and try to flirt and intimidate him. She dances on the pole before me, luckily not seeing me. I assume she's too focused on the money she's getting. Do it, she says. I stand up effortlessly onto the stage and grab her pathetic hair extensions. Die, you dirty little slut, I say, whilst placing the cold revolver onto her temple. Bang, screams and outrage, and then I'm gone. I spent the whole night revenging on those oppressors. I gassed Jimmy, I drowned Lucy, I stabbed Violet to death, strangled Vince in a spider web, ran over Donna, and shot 30 others. Now dirty and blood-drowned, I staggered my way back to the motorcycle. Remains of Donna's hair are still in the wheel. "You have done what you needed to do," she says. "I feel so gratified. I have done him the utmost favour." I ride malevolently through the blackness into the adjacent town. I see the outside of a beautiful fancy restaurant and murder a lady outside for her dazzling dress. Slipping it on, I walk slowly into the toilets. No one bats an eyelid. I spend 30 minutes scrubbing textures of brown and crimson off my face and arms, and spend a casual 2.5 hours drinking Cristal with a lovely lady named Jane.